Oh my God, stop. But what made you look into that angle? Because I think storytelling is coming back more because people don't want to hear the boom, boom, boom. You know, they want to, and I think it's a lot of older comics have grown. They pulled away from their act and then they go into stories. But what made you go for that angle? And what do you consider as a good story?
So, when I started to get serious about comedy and I started writing an act, my heroes in comedy, my top three, Rodney Dangerfield, Eddie Murphy, and Stephen Wright. Stephen Wright and Rodney Dangerfield, I aspire to be able to write that funny and that silly and that quickly, but I am like Eddie Murphy with the acting out, and so these are the people who inspire me. I was writing jokes and just set up, punch, set up, punch. And when I left the city and started doing the road and realized I had to do a half hour, I couldn't memorize a half hour of jokes. So I was kind of nervous, and a comedian who I traveled a lot with, Carl LeBove, said to me, why don't you just tell those stories that you tell in the car? Like, you're really funny, act them out, tell the stories. And I started going into it, and I realized, well, this is way easier because I'm just telling stories of things that really happened. And I really started to enjoy it, and it wasn't popular yet. So like, I would go in and I have a parachuting story that's 15 minutes long. And people would be like, he's still talking about parachuting? But if you pay attention to the story, there's tiny little jokes within the long story. And I think that's the trick of storytelling in a live audience, is having a long story, but finding the little chunks and bits within that arch, and then finding the little jokes within each arch.